Keisha.
Brittany.
Megan.
Devin. Okay,
Alright.
so the first question that we are going to be dealing with is, this article is humorous but also highlights some profound issues about body image, standards of beauty, and messages about racial preference. What are some of the key concerns raised by the author? I know one of the key concerns was that for the longest time Barbie was just white. Like,
Yeah.
white, blonde, blue-eyed, female.
Mm-hmm. Aryan.
Yeah. And then, like, the unnatural, like, waistline and breast size of
Yeah.
Barbie. Where was it?
Realistic.
Oh, you mean perfect? Which is what we cannot achieve.
And she talked about the other dolls that she had, that
The
like the
Dawns.
Dawn dolls
Yeah.
that were more proportionate and more realistic. And so Barbie, when it came in, eliminated that, like, these dolls aren't good enough, aka the people who look like these dolls aren't good enough.
Yeah.
Especially when it got discontinued.
Right.
Because then it was kind of like, okay, if you look like this, you aren't going to make it in life.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the author even says, maybe, but Barbie is the only toy in the Western world that human beings actively try to mimic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, you know, like, we all, like, tell people, oh, you have that Barbie doll look.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
like,
Or if you look like Barbie, you get the nickname. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Like
I've
two
never
people
heard of that
called
one.
Barbie.
I always heard the Coca-Cola bottle shape, and I always associated that with Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a few people have been called Barbie, too.
Yeah.
I like how she said it was an adult's coat instead of like a children's doll, though. That was really interesting.
It is, though. I mean, it's very true because
Yeah.
even when you grow out of that child stage of just playing with it, as an
Yeah.
adult, you look at it as like a guideline of how you're supposed to hold yourself. And yeah, you're exactly right.
Oh, here's that thing, rumored to be modeled after a German prostitute by a man who designed nuclear warheads. Barbies, their innocent, apolitical cutesiness, propagate the ideals of the Third Reich.
What page did you find that on?
481.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, underlying, like, racial issues. Like,
Yeah.
like, you two are good.
Not anymore. Now we're hated.
Yeah.
I was going to try to repeat it, but I'm just going to let that one go.
What? No, say it. Say it. Go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Discussion.
Well, are you both natural blondes?
Yeah, I was born.
I was when I was a kid.
No,
At 8, I started growing out brown.
Yeah, because, like, I think that, like, I've talked about in other classes, like, only 5% of the population is, like, naturally blonde.
Yeah.
And even less so with blue eyes.
Yeah.
And even then, some of them, I think, dye their hair brown.
Yeah.
Like, people don't want what they have.
Really? I see more people dyeing their hair blonde than anything else, and I don't
Because
get
they're
it.
brunette, because there's mostly brunettes.
But it's just funny to me because
Sofia
like,
Vergara?
you can see their roots.
Do you
and
know
just
her?
like
Who?
Sofia Vergara.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
naturally blonde.
Mhm.
She dyed her hair brown.
The Spanish?
Is that Modern Family? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
'Cause,
still really weird though because you can see their roots and you're just like, I know you're not a blonde, so stop trying to play it off. It doesn't
Right.
work like
I think,
that.
like,
you see mine.
I think the weirdest one is
That's 'cause
when
I'm
someone
cheap.
has, like, the bleach blonde hair and then they still have, like, the really dark eyebrows.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
Have you ever seen it with people who have like black hair and do it? And you're
Yeah.
just like,
Mm.
The
you know you're
natural
not
ombre.
matching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're going for. This is the all natural ombre look. All
Okay,
right.
so
Do.
let's see. The next question is, dolls in themselves are not the problem. How might dolls reimagine to bring less harmful messages to kids? I know on 481 they talk about it with, like, the dinner roll Barbie, brick and stock Barbie, you know, based on people who actually fit, like, the cultural standard.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, I was reading something else, and they were talking about, it was the difference between porn stars and people in the real world, where the average porn star is 5'10" for men and 5'5" for women, but they're both 27 pounds on average lighter than the average American. So, like, when you put that into people's mind, like, you keep seeing all these people on the internet, or you see, like, these images of models, like, it reinforces that, like, skinnier ideal, even though, like, you know, say someone who's 5'2", like a girl, average weight's like 150, it's not real when, like, you see these women who are, like, 120.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could be 120.
Will you repeat the question again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're fine. dolls in themselves are not the problem. How might dolls be reimagined to bring less harmful messages to kids?
Okay.
Add pounds.
Bisexual
add
Barbie.
pounds.
Make them look like normal people.
Right.
Right.
Diverse.
Yeah.
Make their feet flat because not every girl wears high heels.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
or
stay on
like
their
I didn't know that
tiptoes.
she always had her shoes like that. No
just
matter what.
more diversity in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do they make Asian Barbies?
In Asia.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, in Asia.
I think she mentioned that they came out with the African American doll, and but then apparently on the box it said not clearly
Like
not
limited-
the standard
limited edition.
limited
Yeah.
edition, something like that.
Yeah, I actually have one of those because I have the black Barbie. She's supposed to be getting married, and she has like a, there's like a little girl in there with her too.
Yeah.
And like I have that whole outfit with them, and it's really cute. But
Yeah.
I won't open it. My niece swears that
You'll
it's
make-
hers, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's mine. I'm not opening it.
It's
It's
mine.
limited edition. It's not
I
getting
claim
opened.
this.
Yeah, and the author states, but dolls often give children their first lessons of what society considers
Yeah.
valuable and beautiful. Because, like, yeah, we're giving these toys to, like, children, like,
Yeah.
and because I still remember, like, my childhood toys, fond memories and stuff. Torturing G.I. Joes.
That's bad. I didn't torture my dolls. I don't think. I just took their clothes off and never put them back on them because I didn't like the clothes. I guess it's torture, right?
Somewhat.
What is your own experience with and reaction to Barbie?
I never really thought of her in context of this is what I'm supposed to look like. I just played with her and put her in convertibles and
Made out with Ken.
right.
Yeah,
I don't
like,
think I was
oh,
kidding.
I think for me, like I knew she was like a fictional character, so I
Yeah.
never thought of it in like realistic terms.
Yeah.
But I was probably like one of the few that thought like that.
Yeah.
Because some were probably like, oh, I want to, her hair is beautiful. I want to be beautiful like her. But no, she was just my doll.
Yeah.
I had a lot of porcelain dolls too. So like to
They're
me,
kind of, like, old school.
yeah,
Yeah,
I had
Yeah.
a lot of
my
porcelain
mom
dolls.
has a whole bunch of those. They're great.
I thought they were
Creepy as shit.
beautiful. Right. They are creepy. They really are. They like stand there, but at the same time, like I never really, I just never associated them with myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to associate Barbie with myself. I'm kind of not even close to the image of that. Short, dark skin, hair short as hell is not straight whatsoever. Never was my thing. I had a whole bunch of Barbies, but I didn't play with them. They were kind of just like, I got them, played with them, and then they went into the closet and never came back out. I found a book bag full of them a few years ago that I gave to my niece.
I love
Yeah.
going through like my childhood stuff because I remember like opening like a bag and just being full of Pokemon cards. It's like holy shit,
Right.
nostalgia.
Oh my god. I was into some more of the boy toys when I was a kid anyway. I didn't like the other stuff like that. I was never really a girl like that.
All right, what's the next one?
How is Facebook sticking to outdated binary paradigms? In what other ways do popular culture venues create normative boxes excluding people who don't fit such categories?
Okay, so we're moving on to the next article,
Yeah.
which is choose one.
Yeah, they said that when you're choosing, I don't have Facebook, but apparently you choose like what your gender is, and it's only male or female, so it's
I
binary.
think they started to change
But
that.
now you can
like,
type it in,
Yeah, now
I
you
think.
can type it in. Like, I think at first you have to choose male or female, but then you go into your settings and you can type in, like, whatever you want to be, because I know a couple of my friends have put, like, gender queer and stuff on theirs.
Some people don't put theirs on there because
Yeah.
because they couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because, like, I've had my Facebook since high school.
Same.
So,
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
my
never had
thing.
to
If you
change
If you
anything.
created yours a long time ago and you aren't aware that they've changed their ways and you can go in there, it still probably chooses one or nothing. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Unless people are new to it.
But
That's
yeah,
the only
like,
people who know of the new.
like you said, like, they don't, like, require you to put anything now.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing it requires is a valid email address.
Did it? I think it said someone in there had their hand in changing it. I feel like I read.
They had
about
a petition, expand gender options on Facebook petition.
Yeah.
Only 2,300 signed though, so I don't know how many people are usually needed necessary for
For
that
change.
change.
I don't know. Sounds like a lot
But
though.
isn't like a petition usually like 100 people, depending on like what it is?
It depends on what it
Yeah.
is. See, for me, when I think of the clientele of Facebook, 2,300 is
Right.
nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true,
So that's
yeah.
that's why
Yeah,
I was
that's
thinking
right
it's
here.
not enough.
Yeah, they're talking about how like Facebook had the campaign to like choose how to sign up, and like people were sending in things about mixed gender, and
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should allow that.
They might. I don't know. I would have to like create a Facebook, which I haven't had to do in
Yeah.
forever.
I mean, you don't have to create it. Just like go through the steps and then just go, oh, okay, that's nice. That's
Bail
nice.
out.
I don't know, it surprises me that you don't have one because it's such a common thing.
It's your turn. We have to find out. No, just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I've got too many secrets.
Your relationship doesn't count unless it's on Facebook.
Right,
You gotta remember that.
That is so not true.
I know.
Because everybody, every time you put your status on there, everybody's just like, oh, so you date so and so. Well, if you still like me, I know that I haven't told you, but I like you. So I have a boyfriend. Don't talk to me.
I saw this thing. It said if you share a Facebook or if you're sharing a Facebook with your partner, I'd like to know who the one was that cheated or something like that. Because apparently
They got deleted then.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently, couples that share their Facebook, like, it's known that
Yep.
one of them's not trusted.
I have a
Yeah.
my friend, my best friend from like the younger ages. She got married, and they now like merged.
Yeah.
And when they first got married, he had to delete his because he had too many girl issues.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
talking to ex-girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah.
It's harmless, but at the same time,
Right.
it's like, why
She's
are you
like,
talking
no.
to them in the first place?
One of my exes was
Now
kind of
they're-
crazy.
See, I
I'd
let them
always
know
want
ahead
like
of time
check
when we first get
messages and
together.
Yeah.
stuff. It's like
Yeah, that's just
It's a
too
little
much.
much,
Like,
yeah.
too much of your business is out there. I don't know. It's weird.
All right.
let's see. Next question is from reading in Sex and the City. Next.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only one question.
Good. I love
There's
it.
only
Well, that
one
was like
question.
only like. This is like literally 3 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was only 2 pages.
Okay, rereading Sex and the City, exposing the hegemonic feminist narrative. Okay, so what hegemonic feminism and how does it play out in the TV show Sex and the City?
A lot, right?
They hit a lot of points.
Wait, what was it?
Sex and the City as a medium for social analysis reflects almost exclusively the perspectives and values of white, middle-class, heterosexual women who define themselves primarily as oppressed victims of the patriarchy. It's that like sameness, like hegemonic, it's like that sameness. So like for some reason like Sex and the City is that white middle class women, and that kind of like says like, oh, this is like the struggles of feminism. It's not like it's part of it, but it's not all of it.
What's funny is I'm a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And when I first see it, and until this article, like, I thought they were all really different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I look at their personality versus, like, whatever they are. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they are all middle class, but they all got their different ways.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
Have their
And I'm
distinct
like, oh, I guess
personality.
they are kind of, very similar in terms
Yeah.
of, like,
Yeah, because it says like the master narrative is that the women aim to gain equal power to white heterosexual middle class men.
yeah. I don't know, I still see it. They're so different. One's a whore, one's
Yeah.
conservative,
Yeah.
one is the breakup, back together, back together.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, I never really watched, but like every show I saw, they were always trying to always get laid, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, but it's like
nice.
any show though. Like even with like male leads, it's always about getting laid.
I think the only reason why
Or,
this
like-
one sounds like it always seems like that is because it's called Sex and the City.
Yeah.
Like there has to be sex in order for it to.
No, but I didn't know the name of the show until I don't know what episode it was. But
How I
the
Met
chick with
Your
the blonde
Mother.
hair and she had a
Every,
long
everyone in that
face.
is trying to get laid
Right,
or
I mean,
get
Barney
in a
is, like-
relationship.
He's ridiculous.
even Robin.
Robin,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just crazy, always chasing after men.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that show.
Oh my
It's
god.
I saw a few episodes. It's
I
funny.
love it. Yeah, well, but you would
You're
like,
like a-
anybody who is anybody.
Yeah, enjoys it. I know, I've heard a lot about it. Definitely never seen one though.
I've only seen
One of
a
my
few.
favorites.
I mean, I don't go out of my way to watch it, but like when I
No.
catch it, it's
The
funny.
way
Start to
they,
finish.
the way it ends, like the whole series is kind of
I liked it. I
it, like
loved
it
the
makes
ending.
sense, but like I can see where people feel cheated. But they're supposed to do How I Met Your Father.
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah,
See, I'm not
so
into
that's
that
just
whole
gonna
like
be weird.
trying to get money from
Well,
spin-offs. I'm not into that.
Boy Meets World. It just became
Yes.
Girl Meets
Oh my
World.
gosh. And it's
It's actually not that. It's not that bad.
It's
okay.
nothing like Boy Meets World.
Yeah, it's nothing like that. It's,
It can
but
be a good show on
it
its
could
own.
Be,
Yeah.
it's a good show by itself. I try to think about the fact that they're sharing.
Yeah.
But it's okay by itself.
I think it's cool that they did get Corey and Topanga, like the
Yeah, that
actual
was
Yeah.
actors and actors, because then that's like
Well,
okay.
I
That's
know
cool.
Topanga actually does acting. I don't know if Corey is doing that
He is.
much.
Isn't he?
I
don't-
like
I don't
how we
know- I
call
don't
them
know
by
what
their
he's doing.
screen names and stuff.
Yeah.
Real names.
I don't know their names. Okay,
No,
so
I
next
don't.
question. How is ignoring race, in this case, the absence of people of color, and claiming color blindness other forms of racism? So yeah, I guess like if you watch, it's like the colorblind, it's like the lack of black people or Hispanics. Like if you watch like Sex and the City, it's just like, oh shit, yeah, everyone's white.
Yeah, the only exception would be like the maids.
Even Gossip Girl, everyone's white except the one friend.
Yeah, you're right.
They mentioned
What's her name? I can see her face.
Wait, the
The one who
what did she do?
the ex-girlfriend of Dan, the black chick.
Oh yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa, yeah, Jessica Zor. She's like the only person of color who's a main
Yeah.
character in that show.
They tried to say that Samantha, when dating that black guy, was saying, "I'm blind to color. It's just a conquest to me."
Yeah.
But then they turned it around by saying it was still racist because they made the sister of the black man that she's dating opposed to her brother dating a white girl.
man, yeah, or a white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no matter really how you slice it, like they're being.
I always thought like the
Racist.
whole like race trader thing was weird because like I've dated like a couple black girls and like Asian girls, and it's like I either get shit for dating them or they get shit for dating a white guy.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It happens a lot, trust
Yeah,
me.
I know. Is your boyfriend white?
Oh, hell no. My boyfriend black. He's just light skinned.
He's
Yeah.
the man right there.
Yeah.
You just
The
did.
outburst.
Talking
Like
about.
yikes, no chance.
No, because I've dated a few white guys and it did not go well, so I still could live dating white guys now. They gave me more shit than the black guy does, and I know black guys ain't got no damn sense. They just made it worse.
I don't know. Dating's just hard in
Yeah.
general. On the surface, this show appears to be about liberated women, but how is patriarchal thinking evident in the series? I don't know. I guess, like it said, it's kind of like they're kind of obsessed with trying to get to that same level as white men, because like they're always in the struggle to become like better in their jobs, and they're like the people above them are always men. They're always like, oh, you know, like yada yada yada, gotta get to that position. It's weird.
Mr. Big plays a big thing. The rich white
Yeah.
guy that
Yeah.
she always is trying to go for. Like he's throughout the entire series,
Yeah.
and it's always her trying to get like his attention. And
Yeah. Trying to think like what else, like what other shows would be like that.
So how?
I guess like Legally Blonde. It's like another thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole Barbie look and trying to get to like, oh, be like all
Get
the old
Warner
white
back.
men. Yeah, get the guy back.
So I guess the question would be like, are these characters doing things for themselves, or are they definitely doing it
For society.
for society, aka men in society?
Yeah.
Are we trying to outbeat men all the time? Are we trying to attract these men? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the final question is, how are class biases and heteronormative viewpoints evident in this series? I don't know. Class biases or like basically how do class biases and heteronormative like ideas show up in the series?
Well, they mentioned in the article about how like when is Miranda the redhead,
I have no idea.
where she dates Steve and was like they had like a controversy and it made it look like it was because of class.
Yeah.
Like, he's broke. I can't be with a broke guy.
She thought he was gay. She thought that he had like really feminine attributes too. Were you talking about in the reading,
I
or
don't
was this an episode that you saw?
No, well, they mentioned the episode. I don't know if they
I know what
talked
you're talking
it.
about. It was in the beginning. Let me see.
They also like talk about how they're always trying to find like the better apartments so they can show off to their friends and stuff.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about, but I feel like she.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
what
maybe.
is it?
Wait, hold on.
Okay, near the end.
I feel like Miranda was like uncertain of her husband because she said he was really
That's
feminine.
Charlotte.
Oh, was it Charlotte?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Wait,
get
so
it
was that
confused.
was that for
Charlotte's
was
the
that for 89?
conservative one. She thought he was gay.
Yeah, it was Charlotte. It says Charlotte is so confused. Is he gay? Is he straight?
And that's why she cheated
Oh,
on
right,
Because
right,
he
right.
was Stefan, he was a pastry chef. Stephen, whatever.
Okay, that clarifies it.
They also talk about how Samantha's abused by some and is falsely accused of assaulting her, and it's like portraying like complaints to Mr. Harvey, whoever that is. And it's showing that like the lower class is exploiting the upper class, which is not really the case. And how that like distorts reality and like the upholds the ruling class's ability to condone the power they maintain. Yeah, Miranda dating Steve, the bartender. Class issues emerged sooner than later.
She went let him take her places that he couldn't afford.
Yeah.
Technically.
Of course, I side with her. It's like, well, yeah, not an episode, but like he was gonna wear a corduroy suit to like a really like black tie function,
Yeah.
and he can't afford new suits, so she was gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
And he got pissed, and he wouldn't let her pay for it.
Well, see, I've never seen the episode.
But it's
so-
like, if she has the money and y'all are dating and she's willing to do it and it's her function that she's inviting you to, I personally don't see an issue with it. But he took
Yeah.
too much pride out
Yeah.
of it, and that's why they broke up. But instead, they made it seem like it was a class thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's broke, he can't handle my money.
Yeah.
So we're
that
out.
wasn't the problem. though.
Right, but that's how the episode
It's-
portrayed it,
it's-
which makes it a class thing.
But it's a pride thing for him, though.
Right.
Having to have someone that you're dating buy you something
Mm-hmm.
because you can't afford it is completely different from them just going out to dinner or something.
Yeah, because like I'm used to going Dutch with like my girlfriends. You know, like someone pays for this, someone pays for that. You know, just there are some times where you're like freaking broke. Like over the
Yeah.
past summer, I was subleasing an apartment, and it was like, well, I was working, but you know, only part time over the summer, working full like 25 hours a week. You barely make rent, so you have like $50.
Yeah.
So you have like enough for groceries and maybe a date. That's about it.
Fuck.
No, we need like
Yeah,
8
breaking
more
even.
minutes and
I
stuff.
know.
Yeah, breaking even's
It's
hard.
not fun.
Yeah,
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to sublease.
yeah. I'm trying to get a job before school ends so I can sublease again, but everyone wants drivers and I don't want to drive.
Drivers, what do you
Like delivery.
Oh.
Oh, they gave us episodes that was in too.
Yep.
Old Dogs, New Dicks.
Yeah.
Episode 21.
So resort back to episode 23.
That's all
Yeah,
the
but they-
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're only at
We're supposed to be
22.
45 minutes.
Uh-huh.
How long does it be 45 minutes though?
Oh, I did want to bring up, so I mentioned the controversial Barbie article.
Yes.
One of the ones, and I did screenshot, but I won't bring it out, what was it? It was like, she had a scale that came with the Barbie, and it had 110 on it. And there was a book, and it was like, how to lose weight. And on the back, it says, don't eat.
Oh.
For real?
For real.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This was just
Was it like a satire one made
Right.
by someone,
No.
or was it actual like
It was truly
Hasbro?
free
Like,
Barbie.
Jesus.
Mattel. Yeah.
Did they actually sell it though?
It's
yeah.
prob-
It was one of the
They sold
controversial.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And so it's like, you're kidding me. There was another one that
that thing
I
must
did.
be worth
Promoting
a lot of
anorexia?
money right now.
Wow.
Because I'm sure they pulled that like almost instantly.
That is horrible.
Yeah, I was like, you kidding. I was like, 110 is not that bad, especially like when you're younger, like you're only like 78 pounds anyway.
Yeah.
Well, also
But-
like if you're
Yeah.
5 nothing or like
That
4'11",
would-
like
Yeah.
that's kind of understandable.
Right.
Like, I know my like little sister, she's only like 5 foot. She probably weighs like.
Oh, and this kind of
115.
resort. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying like my little sister's like 5 foot even,
Oh,
really
yeah.
tiny. And she was like, I probably at most she's like 115, but like, but yeah, if
Right.
like.
I was
Is it-
111.
how
in
tall are
7th
you?
grade.
5'7".
Yeah, so 5'7", 100, like 110 is
Would be
really
horrible.
skinny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had a friend who had eating problems, and he's 6'2". He was 135.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like
That's really.
when you start like increasing height and
Definitely.
decreasing
That's
weight, that's
Completely
really bad.
play.
Skin and bone. Okay, so listen to this. So this kind of resorts back. Wasn't it this class when we talked about how like math is supposed to be meant like men are better at it?
Yeah.
But it's really because like they incorporate it through.
Yeah.
Okay,
I suck
Teen
at
Talk Barbie, 1992. The doll spoke phrases like "math class is tough," and "will we ever have enough clothes?" And the reinforcement of stereotypes is very, very real, folks. There is some good news though. Mattel has since removed the phrase.
Yeah.
But still, it's like
It's pretty
Wait,
bad.
wait,
even
wait,
at
wait.
92, like okay, I was 1 year old, but still, like math is hard. So you instantly think, okay, math is going to be a difficult class when I start taking it.
Yeah.
And only girls are getting this real talk Barbie. So
Wow,
kinda
that's
ties
really
into previous
interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
and then the weight loss one.
And
It's
Mattel
like, really don't
propaganda.
eat.
My favorite are also like the pregnancy Barbies. And they're like, make sure you buy the husband so he can like
Right.
provide for the like baby. Like,
But
oh,
it's still just like, I mean, kids are gonna ask, how did the baby get in there?
Yeah.
You gotta talk to them about that, explain that.
You don't have to go into detail though. There are plenty of parents out there who just say like, when two people fall in love, they have a baby. You don't.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's some parents say just like the stork brought it there.
Right. So I mean, there's other ways of doing it.
one of my favorite things was The Simpsons, and it was like Homer giving Bart like the birds and the bees talk,
Yeah.
and he's like Bart's walking down the street later talking to like Milhouse, and he was like, yeah, my dad just gave me like the birds and the bees talk. I think he was trying to tell me that the birds and bees actually have sex. Like, because like, you know, like kids now are getting younger and younger knowing what sex is.
Oh yeah.
Like between TV and the internet, like there's
kinda
probably
hard not
like
to know.
6 and 7 year olds who are like stumbling upon all that.
I think like 11, like what is it, 9-year-olds watch porn now. That's like
Yeah.
the age
What?
that they start watching it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's way, way before.
My mom
I
teaches
even
middle
thought-
school, and she's caught numerous kids like under the bleachers, like
Yeah.
oral sex, like
Yeah.
all kinds of.
My
shit I didn't
brother's
know existed, like,
my
sixth
brother's
grade.
mother-in-law, she had a kid in like 5th grade get in trouble for sexually assaulting another kid.
What? 5th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But see, they don't. At the same time, it makes me think like maybe something wrong with that kid if
Right.
they did
See,
that, or
in our days, or I think we're all kind of like around the same age. Like when something like that happened in young age, is because they were experiencing it at
At
home.
home, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you guys
now it's
ever,
just like now we don't know. If that's,
Now there's no way. To
You ever
tell.
read Kite Runner?
I saw the movie.
Yeah, they're like 9-year-olds
Yeah.
and they rape a guy. Like,
What?
yeah.
wait.
Okay, so Kite Runner's set in like Afghanistan, like Taliban were starting to get big, and as kids, they were they got into a fight, like these two friends with like a group of like guys, and they raped them, and like that's like one of the traumatic events because like later on they come back and the Taliban are in full charge, and the guy who like raped the kid like back then is now like a Taliban leader and is raping like a bunch of kids,
Right.
and it's just like. It's pretty crazy, especially because like I read that in like middle school. Like
Yeah. That's a lot to take in.
that's a lot.
they
Like
let y'all read that?
yeah, because it's like a really good book, and like I've read it again like since then. And we're like, whoa, wow, that's like a really deep and like intense book.
Yeah.
But like as like a middle schooler, it's just like, why are these kids like doing this to each
Right.
other? Like
Well, our society is shit.
Well, that was set in
well, it's
still.
like when they made you like read Tom Sawyer and like.
Right. There's a lot of movies or
They just, like-
movies and books.
Most kids don't fucking understand like the racist undertones or like why is Nigger Jim called Nigger Jim?
Yeah.
Like
Oh right.
why is that a thing? And
Right.
You're like, oh, because he's an outcast of society who everyone's think he's gonna like kill or rape Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
my teacher did clarify though. Like, remember, this was written
Way back.
Back
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
This word is no longer, you know.
Acceptable.
Yeah.
But still, you know, yeah, you'd read through it.
There's people who are like every year someone tries to get like Tom Sawyer censored. Like it
Oh, I
pops
know.
up and they're like, cut out the N word and you do this and do that. It's just like no,
But it messes up the.
it messes up
Point
the
of-
meaning.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of need to know like the truth in a sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
truth
It's called
is good.
history for a
Truth is
reason. You
good,
can't
exactly.
erase it or.
It's also a
explain it.
classic book.
Then again, they try to erase a lot of history any damn way.
Yeah.
The
Well-
Disney stuff made me think of that too. Like when I was a kid, I
Yeah.
never saw the underlying.
Yes.
Like,
I love rewatching.
Yeah.
Being like,
I
oh, I
never
know I
saw
did
Well, I
that.
noticed it in Hercules with the way Meg was always needing help and stuff. But,
Yeah.
like, you never, but like,
like why can't she do this by herself?
Well,
kind of
right.
my
thing.
favorite's a Little Mermaid. You can get a guy without ever having to use your voice. Like she never had to have a conversation
Yeah.
with a guy.
she was always trying to, though, and it was just like, it's not working.
I just never thought about
Yeah.
it as a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
Especially- I did not see Lion King.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not
say
see
I
that
did not
coming.
see it Lion King. Like,
Oh my gosh, I'm
fuck.
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Did
No.
not see that one coming at all.
Also, like, do you know like Lion King's based off Hamlet?
Yes, I've heard that
I feel
one.
like I've heard that. I
yeah,
don't know.
it
Yeah.
totally is because the uncle kills the dad. Doesn't technically marry the mom, but like,
Well, the thing is, if the only like breeding lion in like the pack at like one point is the pack leader,
The alpha.
which is why in the second one they have Scar's kid because he became
He was
king
not
for a
Scar's
while.
kid. Stop saying that.
Well, he's one of the black lions,
Really?
but
He was one of the black lions. That's how you
Yeah,
say
with
it?
the-
black maned lions, yeah. But
COVID.
so Nala would have been Mufasa's daughter. So he married like Simba ends up marrying Nala. So he marries his sister.
So it's technically incest throughout the whole damn
yeah,
thing.
but
So
like
it makes
that
you
that
think
would
about
be
the
like
actual
instead
lions.
of marrying the mom, he would have married the sister. But yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, you notice like at the end of Simba's Pride, when he's saying we should all go home, he turns around and looks at the other lions that hadn't been staying with him. He raises his eyebrow and says, if you look it up, he raises his eyebrow and like all of us. He's just like, oh, we know what's about to happen now.
Ladies.
I never noticed that. My nephew pointed that out to me. He's only 2 years younger than me, but he pointed it out to me a few years ago. And I was just like, you're joking. We sat there, watched that whole movie for that one point. I was just like, well, damn.
Also,
Wow.
Disney's like super sexual because like
Yeah.
you guys remember the whole thing with like Little Mermaid and like the penis on the front cover.
Yeah. Or
What?
like the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
If you look at some
One
of
of the
films,
pillars is just
yeah,
a giant
yes.
like dick.
Yeah.
Like
No
yeah.
Yes.
way.
Like fully
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Also,
We should get the video.
during Little Mermaid, the
We need
priest who
time.
marries him, if you look at his crotch, he has a bone. Because when he moves up and down, it bounces.
What
In
movie?
what?
In
The
what?
priest in Little Mermaid has like a boner in every scene.
Wait,
he's
what
in.
priest? Wait, what
way.
priest?
When they get married, Ariel and the prince whose name I don't
Is that
remember.
in the movie?
Yeah.
Why would they throw that in there? That's my question. Like, why
They do it.
for the
if you
parents?
catch it,
I think
they do it a
United
lot in a
Kingdom
lot
one
of
was like
movies.
revenge, like because someone got fired or something, so they do that up.
Yeah.
It was something.
Like there's like
Wow.
in Aladdin they have the thing where at one point Jasmine turns around, she has nothing on, she's covering herself, and they have audio that's like toned down of Robin Williams saying nice tits.
I wish my job was just to review and find all
I
of
know.
this
That'd be
stuff.
so much fun.
I've never. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and like
What are you watching? Or
It's
looking
the
at?
the penis on the
yeah.
Little Mermaid cover. Because like they went back, like in the new covers, they went out and edited out like. It's
Well, I
just
got
like
one. I got one of the old ones. I bet I got it on
there's the
mine.
Coca-Cola ad that has in the one of the ice cubes. It's a girl giving a guy a blowjob.
oh, like the glisten.
Yeah.
The way.
Oh my god.
No
Yeah.
way.
We
That's-
are very
Cool.
super
Okay, should we turn it
sexual
off? Stop it.
Let's go
society.
ahead and stop.
All right.
yeah, no.